Unbelievable, that is correct. Yes, I know. We're into the double digits, and if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I still haven't a clue what I'm doing. But I must be doing something right, chatting to possibly the hottest property in South African cricket at the moment, Thando Ntini. And I know what you guys are thinking, geez, Robbie, this isn't about you. And well, you guys are actually correct, so I'm just gonna roll the intro. Hello and how are you Toy sports lovers out there? My name is Robbie Gillette and welcome to conversation number 10 of the Keeping It Real with Robbie podcast, where we chat all things from the mental side of sport to stories, laughs and banter. Whether into the old pigskin or the old leather ball, we've got you. Today I'm joined with Thando Ntini as he shares openly and honestly about the highs and lows that come with playing professional cricket. I hope you guys enjoy and let me know what you guys think.
Bro,
How's it going, bro?
I'm chilling, bro. Chilling.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to bring some energy to this fine July's morning, and chat to probably the hottest property in South African cricket at the moment.
Not really.
No, you're too humble. Otherwise, how things that side?
Everything's chilling, bro. It's cold, but life's starting to get back to normal.
Yeah.
Getting back into routines and start training on Monday.
So you starting now on Monday, on the 7th?
Yeah.
Yo, and how's the body feeling? You fit?
Body's gone, bro. I wouldn't say fit because the gym's on open, so
Yeah.
And motivation's tough to get, bro, when there's not really a plan of what's happening moving forward.
Yeah.
So kind of like the first 3 months of lockdown, gymming myself, messed up, and then when they told us like, yeah, we might only start again in November, then I kind of just like stopped and just trying to catch up on the times I've missed there. So just been chilling with mates, just having a good time, just trying to cash in, bro.
That's it. Yeah. But for the guys at home, so Thando and I, we go way back. Not really. I think we only met like last year or something. But 2013, a young, short, chubby Robbie and strapping Thando playing each other at Old Grey.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember, bro. I was like, I'm going to tell the story. I don't know if he's going to remember it, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So if you remember it differently, also hop in. But so I was bowling. Young Thando Ntini walks into bat. I'm thinking, no, like I've got to give this guy something here. He's not going to walk all over me. Those words are complete rubbish because I think he smashed me around, and then the coach said, "Okay, no, you off." Bowling change happens. Thando Ntini's on 49, and Ross Stone comes into bowl and gets you out. And I think there's two takeaways from that. Is that damn you for letting Ross get you out, because I still hear about it today. It's a very common story. Like every time he tells it, we like, yeah, and there's always something added onto it every time. But and then second of all is if you can smash me around, imagine what you could do to guys like Bumrah and Mitchell Stark. Like guys like those. I don't know. I'd be worried for those guys. So there's an all round in the making here.
Yeah, that is definitely the plan moving forward. Obviously, when I got to Cape Town, I kind of neglected that part of my cricket, whereas when I was in East London, that was pretty much all I did.
Okay.
So yeah, when I got to this side, Titans coach, which is Mandla, he was like, yeah, we're going to work on it a lot more than you did in Cape Town.
Sure.
And because he does see potential in me becoming the next one, so
sure.
I'm really excited to start. And Brad, it's bright this side.
Yeah, I can imagine. And what's Pretoria been like? Like, what is it a lot different to Cape Town?
So I haven't been in Pretoria. I stay in Waterfall, like Midrand area.
Okay.
So I'm halfway between Pretoria and Joburg. So
okay.
Correct, sir. So wherever my plans tell me to go, I'm closer to both sides.
Okay.
But it's been good. It's completely different from Cape Town. Obviously, you don't wake up to Table Mountain and able to go to Clifton Fort and just go to all those places.
Yeah.
So it's more of a concrete jungle. So it's nothing. It's something new to me because I've always stayed at the coast, East London, PE, Cape Town. So
Yeah.
yeah, adapting to a concrete jungle, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously, now and again, we're gonna mission to Cape Town, just
Obviously.
chill with the
Y-
boys.
Yeah. You can't miss boogies and tin roof too much, eh, Thando?
I don't miss that at all.
No.
I do not miss that at all. The mission of having to clean your shoes the next morning
Oh.
and waking
Oh.
up with the worst headache is terrible, mate.
Yeah, I know. Look, but we do it anyway, so we clearly don't
We do
learn.
it anyway. We do it
But
anyway. We do
yeah,
it anyway.
but yeah, I think it's been a fascinating chat just because you're my first cricketer on. I've been chatting to
Oh, okay.
a lot of rugby players, but I was wondering. So reflecting now on the career you've had, uh, and can you pinpoint a conversation, a mentor? I can imagine your dad, being who he is, must have been massive in mentorship for you, or even a friendship that you can pinpoint, saying like, "Yeah, cool, like that's definitely helped me to where I am today."
Um, my dad is one.
Mm.
Sibs Makanya.
Okay.
Played for the Dolphins. Played together at the Paul Rocks, and now we're playing in the same team. Also played together at academy. So I got really close with him, and he's basically like an older brother.
Okay.
I've got Taki here, who is Isaac the Khalid, now plays for Gauteng and a
Mm.
bit of the Lions.
Okay.
So those are the two main people I'm trying to keep close in my life, because obviously I can phone them for whatever, they help with whatever, if I'm
Yeah.
struggling with whatever, the brothers are there.
Mm.
And obviously I've got my close inner circle, which they help me to become who I am, and obviously push me to do better, and they
Yeah.
advise me if I'm losing it a bit. Guys will be like, check you
Mm.
losing it a bit, focus now and stuff like that. So I've got a handful of friends which I found really, really
Mm.
close and really productive to my development.
Mm.
But other than that, bruh, there's a lot of chats that happen on a daily basis. But the people that I can call whatever time of the night are those two people.
Okay, cool. And that close like circle of yours, do you find them? Is it very honest conversations with you? Because I find now, like especially like guys like kind of losing their way um, after school, whatever. You don't have that structure. I've found
Yeah.
it's so hard to have those honest conversations like outside of school because it's like real life now. Have they kept
Mm.
you honest there?
100%, bro. Like they say it as it is, whether it's good or bad
Yeah,
or hurtful, whatever. But you know that it all comes what from a place of love,
yeah,
and they care about you and stuff. So with the people that I keep in my close inner circle, it's those hard conversations and chats where
yeah,
you tell someone that, okay, check here, you're fucking around now,
yeah.
excuse me for my language, or
No, no,
you're messing around,
it's all good.
or you're not serious.
Yeah,
You got to step up, because obviously they want to see you flourish. And it's the same if I see him messing around, then I'll tell him, check here, I don't think you're doing A, B, C, and D right.
yeah,
So it's easier for us in that small circle, because we all kind of have the same mindset and same goal, because majority of us are professionals in whatever we do.
yeah,
So my mate in Cape Town is either a professional rugby player, um, cricket, mental health,
mm,
whatever it may be. So I try and surround myself with guys that are actually serious about their careers, and
yeah,
guys who actually work hard. So when it's time to actually chill, we can all chill, and just to a certain extent where we don't do stuff that will mess up our work and stuff.
yeah,
So, and we can all learn from each other, which is cool. There's
yeah,
lots to learn from everyone all around. So it's really cool. And I'm really blessed to be in the position that I'm in, to be surrounded by these people and the professionals and all that. So to find advice and to get help, you don't have to search far to actually find it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that it's an old saying, like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, you know. I think that actually does, it really rings true, and especially as a youngster, when you can easily find yourself getting involved in the wrong priorities, which and you seem to have that sorted, so that's cool, and I think that's gonna serve you well for the next pro tier. Come on, speak it.
Definitely, sir. Definitely,
That's
sir.
it. And then Thando, who is the messiest? I love, like, I knew this was gonna be my first question for the cricketer, because I always in the changing room, even at school, you're like, oh my gosh, you can't seriously be putting all your stuff on the ground. Like, there's always that one guy.
So at the Cobras, I would say I was the messiest. So I took so in the Newlands changing room, there was like a corner. So I basically took out like the whole bench, and I'll throw my shoes there, my socks, my shirt, everything.
And those
And that
3,000
would be
bats you
like
guys have.
that would be like my area
Yeah.
for like the whole week. And like people sit in those specific places and stuff. And then in the Paul Rocks, I would say the messiest was Faf, because he had the most kits.
Yeah, he
So
probably
his
got
stuff was
so
just
much, he's probably got so much.
He had like 13 bats and like 8 pairs of gloves, and everything was just like lying everywhere.
Yeah.
So at the Cobra setup, oh shit, I'm lying. Carl Verena, messiest guy I've seen.
So he takes the cake there. He takes the cake. Thando, you get the free pass.
Yes, sir. So being a 12th man and just to find his inners and stuff that was an absolute mission.
You bring the wrong ones as well. Can you imagine? It's like, oh my gosh.
So you just bring everything. So you just take 1, 2, 3, and 4. You bring them out, and you're like, Carl, please choose, because everything was everywhere. And then I'm not sure who at the Titans, so I'm looking to see.
No, you got to let us know. You got to let us know.
Actually, I've got Quasi here, who also plays for the Titans. Quasi, who's the messiest guy in the changing room? You don't know.
Is Quasi going to come on the podcast as well?
Quasi sees swing through here? What to see you?
Hello.
How's it going?
Robbie?
I need to hear.
Oh. What a catch.
Yeah, it's
Hi, Robbie. How are you?
Quasi, how you doing? You going to come on the podcast? Huh?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So who's the messiest of the Titans change room? Dish the dirt. Come on.
Honestly, you don't even pay attention to that because you're so nervous to play and to do well.
Okay, that's true.
But to be honest, I really don't know because I'm really trying to think and I really don't know. I'll probably put myself up there.
Fair enough. I like your honesty. But how did you guys find going into the change room as a youngster? Is it like, okay, well, like, what's that guy doing? He's a youngster. He sits like in the showers or something. Did you guys find that, or was it like all set out for you guys?
I could definitely say it's all set up. So basically, your first couple of games, you kind of try and find a place to sit.
Okay.
And put your bag.
Yeah.
Because you sit somewhere like, no, that's someone's chair, or you sit there and that's someone's spot. So you kind of have to wait and figure out where you can make a spot for yourself and call that your spot.
Yeah.
But once you sit there and after a couple of games that becomes your spot, then even the older guys, they respect you enough to not even go into a spot, and that's just you. So definitely, so I definitely think like the toughest thing when you first arrive is finding a place to sit, because in every stadium, everyone has a place to sit in every single stadium.
Jeez.
So for every stadium you get, for your first game in that stadium, you try to figure out a place to sit, park your bus there.
Yeah.
Then at the home ground, you make that space yours. But it's cool though, like obviously you're nervous and it's just it's overwhelming sometimes.
Mm.
But like, to be honest, in the environment I've been in, they're very accommodating for the young guys. They take you under their wing and they
Yeah.
just show you around and just make you feel comfy so that you can excel and thrive and learn and be able to be yourself
Yeah.
in whatever situation that you find yourself in. So
Okay.
it's really cool, bro. It really is cool.
Awesome. And then who's hating lockdown the most?
Who has?
Who's hating lockdown the most?
I think everyone, dog. But obviously, like, in the cricket world, bruh, this lockdown, you like, fuck, there's no cricket, there's no training, the routine is messed up, I can't do
Yeah.
this, I can't do that. But then you actually realize, like, 2 weeks in, that this is potentially going to be the longest break you've had your whole life.
Fair.
So you get chances to chill with your fam,
Yeah.
to figure stuff out, to focus on your schoolwork, to gym,
Yeah.
just be yourself, So I definitely say first couple of weeks I was super miserable. I'm like, no, cricket this, cricket that.
Amen.
And then like afterwards it's just like, oh, this is not gonna change.
Yeah.
So let me adapt and let me just enjoy it. And I've absolutely loved every single moment of lockdown. But now it's kind of getting boring.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Yeah.
so yeah, bro.
And then who is on Orcs?
Decent.
That's it. and what are you playing for the boys? What are you playing? Give us a taste.
I accommodate for everyone.
Everyone.
From deep house to techno to hip hop to pianos to R&B to jazz to whatever. It depends on the mood in the changing room.
Yeah.
And to my audience. So if
you got to know the crowd. You got to know your crowd.
Got to know the crowd. Oh, yeah. So if the guys are slightly older, you throw in the new bangers and then you mix it up with some oldies.
Yeah.
But then if it's a younger crowd, you can throw in your hip hop. You can throw in your techno.
Then we jaw.
Then we move it, bro. Then we move it.
And who is the grittiest?
At the Cobras, it was Peter Malan.
Okay.
Peter Malan. And who else is the grittiest? Peter Malan, like very serious.
Yeah.
Very serious, very focused. And then like he's a guy that kind of like cricket.
And
then
did you chat to him a bit about after his debut? What was the feeling there in the Cobras setup after his debut? Was it everyone just like, shit, that was good? Or what was the feeling?
Yeah, we kind of had like a team chat afterwards, and guys had the platforms to explain how they were feeling and stuff.
Okay.
But in that Cobra setup, I was very close with Jason Smith, Zubi Hamza, Akona Mnyaga, Ntinabe. Who else? And Dane Pete, when I would will ship banter quite a bit.
Okay.
Stuff. So as a result, I sat next to Jason Smith in the changing room.
Okay.
So it was guns. So.
And then you mentioned that you and Dane Pitt banter a lot, but who is the comedian?
Dane Pitt.
Is it
100%. Dane Pitt. He runs the banter, the banter group everywhere. Just him. Just him.
I love it that it's more a senior guy. It's like it just shows like personalities, Love that. And then so if we can chat about
No, you can speak. You can see.
If we can chat about your move to the Titans, like what motivated the move? What was it? Purely a career move, or did you just not enjoy Cobras anymore?
It's a career move, bro. Felt like I was getting too comfy in Cape Town and too crazy at the Cobras.
Okay.
And I felt like I needed a new challenge in a new environment, just to put myself on edge, and try and start over,
Yeah.
figure stuff out, meet new people, just try and mingle with as many pro tier players as possible, just be in that environment of the Titans where like if you don't perform you're out, where I just like to be challenged every single day, all the time,
Yeah.
and just I've always wanted to be in Joburg for some reason.
Concrete
Just a
jungle.
change of lifestyle,
Yeah.
and I've heard the draw here is gone, so I'm looking forward to that. But obviously, moving to the Titans was a career move, a growth move as well, and just to be in a new environment with new people, new challenges, and the atmosphere and stuff, So just trying to open as many doors as possible, and I'm also closer to the HPC, so
Okay.
it works in my favor.
Yeah. And then I think this is like, it fascinates me how does Thando Ntini feel when he's at his best, like when he's in complete control and flow. And then how have you realized how you are able to replicate that feeling yet, being so young?
I can definitely say last season I was able to replicate that feeling a lot more, and consistently. And just like how the way I prepared, I've kind of figured out what I would do before a game,
Yeah.
like the week before the game, the day before, like on the morning, and I just try and stick to those routines as best as I can.
Okay.
And like it all depends on the environment, like if you feel like shit today, I feel like proving a point,
Yeah.
then you do that. But obviously you can't feel gun every single day. There's always where you majority of the time you'll be at 80% or at 90%.
Yeah.
I can only say once where I felt at a full capacity 100% for the whole game. And, that doesn't happen often, but like when I'm in a great space from mindset to body to spirit, and that's when I play my best cricket, So I try and listen to music as much as possible. So before the game, before warm up, after warm up, at drinks, at lunch, at tea time, after the game, So for me, music will determine my mood for the day.
Okay.
I wake up in the shower, jump some tracks, and that kind of sets up my mood. And like on game days, I don't eat breakfast, bruh.
You
Like I don't eat
long day
breakfast.
without food.
Not really. Like when I say I don't eat breakfast, like I'll go to the breakfast room and have a cup of coffee and one egg, one fried egg.
The one whole egg, huh?
And I'm good to go, bruh.
That's
good
it.
to go.
Okay.
Or I'll get to the stadium and I'd make myself a toasted sandwich, and that will carry me until lunch.
Not cuck. But how did you feel like going into like traveling to like stadiums and all that? That because that's essentially the dream for any young cricketer. And then you were kind of catapulted into that environment. You like traveling to stadiums, you in hotels. Like, what can you even just chat us through the feeling you felt?
So obviously, like I've been in that environment since I was a tiny baby. So like,
Yeah.
when you find me there and it's you there, and you the one now that's staying in the hotels, that's playing in the morning, that the people want your photographs or whatever, like that's you. And like you get used to it, bruh. It comes to a point where it's just like, okay, it's just another day in the office. It's just another
ticking boxes.
Traveling, ticking boxes.
Ticking boxes. Yeah.
But obviously the main thrill comes in on game day, when you realize that you're playing at a stadium full of people,
Yeah.
or you're playing on TV, and and like you're playing on a test wicket or whatever it may be, and you just like feel like this is a privilege and stuff. But like when it comes to like the traveling and the training and the hotels and this and that, it becomes normal after a while, man. You're like, this is like my job. This is how my life is.
Yeah.
Like I can't change it. Like this is how it is.
Yeah.
You just learn to cash in as much as possible, bro.
Yeah.
All about cashing in. All about cashing in.
But do you see cricket as like a job, or do you see it as something you do that gets you money? Because it can be a very fine line between like I love cricket, but it is my job. Like I go to training as a job.
It's more of a lifestyle, bro. It's
Okay.
more like a life.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a job, because if it's a job, then you don't really enjoy it. You're doing it
Yeah.
because you have to.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
have to make means to survive. I do it because I enjoy it. Like I find the thrill of it. Like it makes my life go around,
Mm.
and I think that way, and I enjoy it. And for me, it's part of my life. It's a lifestyle, and when you learn to enjoy something that you do, the early mornings, the hard graphs, the pains, the failures, that all becomes like part of the journey, and you don't take it to heart too much.
Yeah.
And you find the thrill of enjoying it. And by enjoying it, you perform to the best you can, because you are having fun, like you're doing what you would like to do for the rest of your life.
Mm.
And at the same time, dude, you're cashing in on all the gravy,
Yeah.
cash, free flights, your sponsors,
Sponsors.
staying on TV,
3 stripes. 3
like
stripes.
everything. Exactly. Like you do all that by just enjoying it. Imagine you get paid for playing backyard cricket
No.
with,
Yeah.
with your siblings.
No. It's the dream. It's the dream. And you
You
would.
know, like
Yeah.
you can do this every single day, and you love it, and you enjoy it,
Getting paid.
and you get paid for doing what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Bruh,
I
it's like
think,
breathing. You get paid for breathing. It's like that.
I think you've hit the jackpot there, if I'm being honest.
100%, bro.
But in saying that, though, like it does, I can imagine it does come with certain negative aspects. Like you've said on, I've seen on Instagram, like you struggle with like naysayers, especially like your dad being who he is. I think you said like you always have struggled with that, like on you. And I think like it's it it baffles my mind. Like how can you say someone is like riding off their dad, when their performances speak for themselves, and you didn't win Cobra's Young Player of the Year because your dad was like a pro tier, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always just like, thinking about it, it like, yeah, it triggers me. But yeah, how do you deal with that? Like how have you managed? Do you have processes? Yeah.
Like I generally feel like it will always be there. Like people will always have something to say,
Mm.
either positive or negative. And you always have critics. People say, yeah, you do this and that because of so and so or whatever, or you're riding on whoever's wave or whatever. Like they'll always be there.
Yeah.
And either you let that bring you down, or you use that as motivation to just go every day, just trying to make a name for yourself,
Yeah.
and just trying to keep back, to put in building blocks just to build onto your career and your journey and stuff like that.
Mm.
And my parents they play a massive role to not put any pressure on me. Like they are super supportive. My family, from uncles to aunts, grandparents, everyone's just super supportive in whatever that I do. And my parents try and watch me as much as possible.
Yeah.
So if they have to fly overseas and go watch the whole series, they'll do that. Like my under 19 days, my whoever was in that province came to watch, and
Okay.
then played in England. Parents flew up and came to watch.
That's
You
cool.
know,
Yeah.
my debut for my 4-day, my 1-day debut. I was fortunate enough to have my dad working and commentating on my one-day debut. So
Special.
that was a bit
I actually
nervous,
watched that. I actually watched
you
that
know.
game.
So
Yeah.
so it's really cool, bro, that my family can be able to take that pressure off you
Yeah.
and just be like, just chill, relax, and just try and be you as much as possible.
Yeah.
And obviously, there'll be critics and people will say A, B, C, and D about you, but it's all about you just being yourself and just expressing
Yeah.
yourself, you know?
Do you need to take that, Thando?
No, sir.
If you do, just let me know. We can pause. But yeah, so just one more off the back of that. Have you found that that's like, do you read below the line? You know, like, do you read the comments on articles, or have you learned the hard way where it's like you just don't look below the line there?
No, sir, don't look below the lines because that will break you, bro.
Yeah.
People are nice out there.
Yeah.
What I do, if there's a headline, just read the headline and thanks, that's me.
And you write your own story on it. You like,
No need to go to the comments and just check. No, dude. No need.
yeah. Yeah. I can
No,
imagine
so
it must be.
it's that easy.
Because also I feel like cricket is a lot of a confidence game as well, you know?
It is.
Like,
It is.
and if someone's like knocking your confidence in, it's
It is.
detrimental.
It all starts with training. Like, if you're not feeling like ready, it puts a bit of doubt into your preparation, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so if your back is feeling sore the whole week, like your preparation is kind of like stagnant and just like hoping for the best or whatever. But like with confidence, it all, for me personally, it doesn't matter how hard I prepare in the week. Like my game and my confidence is dictated by my first over, my first 6 balls.
Okay.
Like if I'm bowling in a game and I feel like my first over was gone, my confidence is up there.
Yeah.
If I travel a bit, then you you hesitant a bit.
Yeah.
Or if you don't feel good, but it's coming out nicely, then you can kind of work on it and stuff, you know. But like it all depends on like that first 6 balls. You set the tone for the whole game, for the whole team. It's like the pressure of taking the first over.
Yeah. Yeah.
You dictate the mood and the energies and the vibe of the team for the whole game. So
Yeah.
if you start badly and they absolutely demolish you in the first over,
Tickets.
then the whole team is down, bruh.
Yeah.
You are fighting. You are fighting the whole game. But if you start gun and the energies are high, the batters missing the ball, playing miss, the teams are buzzing,
Nothing
then
better.
the whole game is set up like that.
Yeah.
Then as a bowler or a batter, like that pushes you through the whole game, you know. So it is.
Yeah.
It
And then
is.
so just a Q&A. I got some interesting ones to say the least. But
I'm ready.
so we'll start with this one. Can you share a short message to inspire those who wish to follow in your footsteps?
I mean, inspiring message would just be like, just do you, just be yourself, do what makes you happy, and just strive for the best you can. You might not come from the greatest of backgrounds,
Yeah.
and everything, but like, don't use that as an excuse to settle for less. You know, like always try and push boundaries, and always try and push to get what you want. Like if you want it, bro, go and get it. That's as simple as that. Like it's all in your hands. Like if you want to chill and stuff, just like know that it's going to affect your progress moving forward.
Yeah.
And you know, if you work hard, struggle now, do what you have to do, you're going to know that in the next 5 or 10 years, you're going to live comfortably and things will be a lot easier and stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
So because, like as I said, once you're at the top, the work and stuff, it doesn't get easier.
Yeah.
But I can definitely say like it gets easier because if you're at club level and you're fighting to make a team, it's tough. But once you're there at the top, and all you have to do is just be there and do the right things and tick the right boxes, then you are winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
And then who is the toughest school you've ever played against?
Great Bloom, bruh.
This is a trick question, huh?
Great Bloom, bruh. Great Bloom.
And Ronderbosch, I'll just chuck it in. Just go with it.
It had its days. It had its days where you had your. I remember I was still at Southern College playing at Cape Schools. Your JC Christensen.
Yeah.
Your Gabriel Gads. Who's just the other guy? You had your Hamzas and stuff like that. So, bruh, tough scenes then, bruh. Tough scenes. But it was gone. But I can definitely say Bosch, when I was still in grade 9, playing first team cricket, that was tough. Guys were bowling absolute heat.
Yeah.
And Grey Bloom, playing in Bloemfontein, that was
unforgiving, huh?
Tough scene.
Yeah. I think I played Grey once. They flipping took us apart, but yeah, that wasn't hard.
Yeah.
What's the biggest wicket you ever taken? That's quite an interesting one. I'd also like
Tom Banton.
Ooh, no ways. Where? For Paul Rocks?
England.
In England?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, maybe he can hit that ball. Watch some of the big bats.
He is massive.
Yeah.
He's massive.
That is. How'd you get him out?
Caught behind Nick.
Even more special.
Even more special, yes.
Special. Nick. It's like caught on the boundaries, like nicked off.
Yeah, but caught keeper, mate.
Oh, cheers. Nothing you can do.
Nothing.
And then tell us about your experiences at Cubana and Extrablatt. I don't know if I said that right, but
you hear this question. What are my experiences at Cubana and Extrablatt in Greenpoint? Unreal scenes, fellas. Cubana, I would say it's a go-to place, Brian. Especially, I remember every single encounter. Every single encounter.
Of course, yeah.
At Extrablatt, they probably have the best hubby going. I normally go there with Sibs and Andile.
Okay.
So we just go there and chill, park our bus there. But Cubana, Greenpoint.
Special.
Sundays, Cubana Sundays.
Sunday.
And Fridays. Fridays.
Rest on Saturday.
And then
play on Saturday.
Then no cricket on Saturdays. Actually, I'm lying. Club cricket on Saturday.
Yes. Body's a bit
club cricket. There you go. So club cricket Saturdays. If you play against Clermont or Ronderbosch, then you're like, okay, boogies maybe later. And then, but dude, Cubana's unreal scenes. I really enjoy it. It's like a perfect place to just chill out with mates and just
talk a bit of
out.
Yeah.
Correct. So,
and then, what did you do in your extra time at high school, if you had any? I can tell you what I did, but
let's hear what you did. Actually, let's hear what you did. Let's hear what you did.
A whole lot of nothing. That's what I did.
I can say my free time. I had a group of 7 mates, which I used to chill with almost every single weekend or weekday, whatever. Matthew Mingo.
Yeah.
Kambam Gwali, Leo Gori, Daniel Benjamin, Max Benjamin, the Hardmans. Who else?
You don't want to forget. You don't want to forget one.
No. Bongo Makaka.
Yeah.
And Sia Plighty. So that was like my tight-knit group. Like we'd chill together Sundays, Saturdays, whenever, bruh. My free time, I would always be at their house, chilling. All the boys would come to my place and we'll chill. But like, I spent majority of my time with those guys
Okay.
almost every single day.
School, huh?
Or whenever I find time, because I was barely at school to like grade 11, missed 16 weeks of school, matric, I missed 17, but it was still an absolute joy.
Really, like, to miss, I used to envy guys who miss school to play cricket, bro. I was like it's not even like a discussion. I would miss so much school to play cricket. Like, even if it was like backyard,
Correct, sir.
living the dream, even from
Correct,
school.
sir.
And then, how did you make SA under 19? I assume it's like performances and select.
I went to a camp. I got invited. So I've been in the pipeline since like under 13 to go to all those under 13 camps, under 13 weeks, under 15, under 17. So I've gone through all the pipelines, all the camps, your Black African camps, your regional camps, your national camps, your under 19 camps. So my first under 19 camp. So I went to my first Cubs week. I didn't make it under 19. They were going to Sri Lanka.
Okay.
I didn't make it. And I told the coach, the next one, I'm going to be here. I'm telling you now, the next tour, I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
So I worked Western Province. I trained every day and I got ready for the national camp.
Okay.
National camp, we were at the HPC. I ran a 19.5 in the yo-yo. I was building absolute wheels and I batted like an absolute machine.
Okay.
So I got selected.
You can't
and
say no to that.
Play. Dude, like I did all the right things right.
Yeah.
My drive was up there and we were playing West Indies here in South Africa. We were playing in Durban. And then debut picked up 4 for 56
Jeez.
on debut. And we won the game. Great start. We won the game. And then after that, bro, it just became a trend. Just kept on working. And my performances at school, I was playing semi-pro cricket then as well.
Okay.
So I was in that setup, like I was just thriving, but I was just in the best space I could be in.
Awesome.
But also, to be honest, playing under 19s and being at school, it opens up so many privileges. So many. Especially
chat us through some of those privileges.
So Wami Boys being a predominantly cricket school, you know, it's just Jacques Callis, your Richard Levy's and those guys, like that's what Wami Boys is. Besides their rugby, but like cricket is massive. So like I was the only SA under 19 player at the school for 2 years.
Yeah.
And that just like your ability to miss school, to go to training, to go to camps, to go to tours. And you just find a lot of loopholes into bypassing things. Submitting stuff. You get closer with certain teachers who love cricket. So, you know, I can cash in here. Just stuff like that, bro. But like SN19 was definitely a step into bigger things.
Yeah.
And a step into like being part of something bigger.
Yeah.
You know, and you get to play against these guys you see, like your Prithvi Shaws, your Shukman Gills, your Tom Bantons, your Will Jacks, guys who play
Tom Banton,
England and all that, you know. So like you under 19 cricket is no child's play. I can say that. There's no child's play, and the West Indies guys, like half the team is playing in the CPL.
Yeah.
And then I'll take this one. Sorry, man. And then in India, majority of the guys are playing in the IPL.
Yeah.
And then England, like the whole team is playing county cricket. Vitality Bash.
Yeah.
It's just fucking crazy. It's large. It's large, bro. It's large. So it's an experience to get out your comfort zone, bro, and play against the best players in the world in your age group. So it's no walk in the park.
No, not at all. And then who? I think this is a bit of a trick question as well. Who's your best mate?
I've got a few actually.
Yeah.
So like the 5 guys in my circle, I would say they are my best mates.
Yeah.
And like I speak to them as much as possible. Like they are my go-to people to chill with.
Yeah. Good.
It's Saki over here. Where's he? Where is he? There he is. That's him over there.
Man.
That's one. Crazy here. You know, so
Yeah.
Matthew Mingo.
Yeah.
Sib Makanya. And Kambam Gwali.
Okay, good. I think so. He asked the question, so I'm glad his name was mentioned.
That's it, Kambam Gwali. Kambam Gwali.
I think that's the right answer.
But I could say myself and Kamba have gone through a lot, but he was a guy like I would chill with him every single day.
Okay, cool.
Himself and Matthew Mingo, those 2 guys are inseparable.
Okay, awesome. Well, Thando, thanks so much for your time, bro. It's been a different chat. You know, I haven't chatted my first cricketer, so it was fascinating to hear your insights. So thanks so much.
Unreal Seeds, brother. It's been an absolute treat. I'm happy to have contributed in any way that I could, and just share a few things, man. Even if it's just banter and just chatting and stuff, but just to give people an inside scope about being a professional athlete at the age of 20.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Have a good Saturday, I think. Yeah, just and yeah, hopefully we'll chat soon.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Same to you. Enjoy. Keep it frisky, bro.
Always, brother. Cheers.
All right, cheers, bro.
Cheers. Well, there you have it, folks. That's Thando Ntini, probably the hottest property in South African cricket at the moment. Some awesome insights there, and yeah, I think remember the name Thando Ntini. Awesome. Have a good week ahead, and big love.